She breathed and gasped bitterly as tears began to roll down her face. All of reality hit her at once. She really was here. This really was her new home. This really was her new room. This was her new bed, and this was one of her new pillows. She was no longer at her old home, with her old bed, her old pillows, and her old family. Everything had changed. She fell sideways on her bed, her head landing on the sham. She continued to sob for what seemed to be forever. This can't be happening. This isn't happening. Her head began to pound, and her eyes turned red. She closed her eyes and tried so hard to fall asleep, hoping that by some miracle, she would wake up and find this was all to be nothing more than a dream. Yes, she's here. No, you were right. She needs much more time than I thought to get used to things. Well, I tried, but this is just too much for her at the moment. Listen, why don't you come over, and we'll talk more about it then? No, she's upstairs in her room and hasn't come down for the past half hour. My guess is that she's sleeping off the long trip down here. Even if she was awake, I think it might be good for her to see another face besides my own. One closer to the same age as hers, too. Andrew looked down at the old coffee cup while listening to the phone. Well, good, he replied. At this point, sweetie, I just don't know, but for some reason I have hope that things will work out, somehow, in the end. Looking back at his daughter, he continued. I promised her mother that if anything like this happened, I would take care of her. In their will, Maggie and David made me Virginia's legal guardian. I am now responsible for her. Dad, this should not be based upon the guilt of a promise.